So the first card you have your past is the Three of Cups. So this is usually about, it can be about different things, but people often think this is about parties and having fun and, getting drunk and running around. But yes, what I'm seeing here is that, yes, I'm seeing another thing here. Don't be angry. I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. There was a time where you set your heart above your head. And your emotions were running everything. Your emotions just took over everything else. So yes, if you look at these three women in this card, I don't know if you can see them in this card, but yeah, their cups are being held up over their heads. So this is emotions, and this is heart over head, heart on top of head. So your emotions can be really exhilarating. They can be amazingly fun. I love emotions. I'm a very emotional person as well. But then when they take over everything, there can be danger. There can be a danger that they're not, you're not able to see reality properly. That's happened to me too in the past. So you're not able to see reality, or at this time you weren't able to see a reality of a situation because your heart was just running everything. I nearly said ruining, but it was running. It was really taking over everything in your life, and you weren't seeing things clearly at this time because your heart was above your head. That's what I'm seeing. So yes, you needed to find a better balance between your heart and your head. Yes, and following your heart was blinding you to things that you should have been seeing, and you weren't seeing them. So it's like you weren't seeing what was going on around you because you were so emotional. That's what was happening at that time. The next card you have your past is the Six of Swords. So yes, at this time you could have been trying to move on from someone or move away from someone, and it could be to do with this person in the Three of Cups, or it could be why you were feeling so emotionally in the Three of Cups, I should say. What I'm seeing is there's a backward and forward energy. That's what I'm seeing. And in your more distant past, I'm seeing that you thought you had finally moved on from someone, but there was still confusion and this back and forth energy between you and this person. But at this time in your past, you're trying to move on again, at least in your mind. You're trying to move your mind on from this person. But then your emotions were taking over again. You're going backward and forward. You're saying, no, I'm going to follow my head. I'm going to get away from this person. Finally, I've had enough. And then your heart takes over and it starts making excuses for them. And you think, oh, well, maybe it's because they're emotional. Maybe they have bad past. Maybe this is going on. Maybe they, oh, it's not really their fault, blah, blah, blah. And so that's what's happening. You're going backwards and forwards. So your feelings are so confused all the time because, you're just letting your heart run your head. You're not seeing things clearly. And this is this backwards and forwards with this person. The last card you have your past is the Six of Cups. So yes, there was a lot of stress surrounding you at this time. That's what I'm seeing. And you just wanted to try and slow things down or simplify things. This backwards and forwards stuff was really, really stressing you out for a long, long time. And, you just wanted a break from things. And, you just wanted to break even from thinking about this person for a while because it was just so emotional and the emotions were just taking over. This is just so clear all the way through your past. I keep seeing this. The first card you have for your present is the Four of Pentacles. So yes, I'm seeing now that, yes, this could be the reason, one of the reasons why you're having so many problems with this person. There's actually quite a lot of selfishness in this person, or quite a bit of selfishness anyway. They're staying to themselves at this time. They're not opening themselves to you at this time. And that's what this person does. Sometimes they're totally open to you. They're all, oh, you're the most wonderful thing in the world. And then other times they just close themselves off from you, or they run away, or they're not available to you. And that's what's happening at this time in your present. This person's just not available to you. They're not allowing affection to you. Now, they are afraid of something. They do have some fears. They do have things going on. They have emotions going on themselves. But I'm seeing that they're selfish. This isn't an excuse for them. They're being selfish. That's what I'm seeing. They're putting themselves first and they're keeping to themselves at this time. That's what I'm seeing. They're hanging on to themselves. They're holding on to themselves. When you see this man, he's really holding on to the pentacles. So he's really holding on to the gold. He's holding on to himself. He's not giving it away to you. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have, your present, is the Two of Swords. So again, I'm just seeing you wanting to move forward. So you're in two minds. You want to move forward. You want a fresh start. Your head's saying you want a fresh start, but your heart is saying other things. So, you're going one way, then you're going another way, and you can't make up your mind because, it's between your heart and your head. That's what I'm seeing. And your emotions are making this really difficult. It's all the way through this reading. I'm really sorry, and I know this reading is really specific, or it has been so far, but if this resonates with you, you're struggling to follow your instincts. You want to follow your instincts, but you can't because your emotions are just taking over everything. And, if you can take yourself away from this whole situation for a while, then do that. Please do that, because this is reflecting the Six of Cups. You need a rest from this. You need a rest from even thinking about this. You need a break in your head. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have your present is the Three of Pentacles. So I'm seeing three people here, you and two people who care about you. Now this could be family members, and they could be helping you with the situation, or they could be helping you with another situation. But you're together, it's like you're putting three heads together, sorting something out. And you're spending time with these people, and you feel very comfortable with these people. You feel better. So this might be the break that you need. But you're not just taking a break with these people. You're not resting with them. You're sorting something out. So again, these are these three heads. Three heads are better than one. You've got three heads together working on something, or trying to fix some solution, find a solution to something. So the first card you have in your future is the Nine of Cups. So you are going to be feeling more hopeful at this time. And yes, you're spending time with your family still at this time as well. So this is reflecting on the Three of Pentacles. And these people really care about you. They care about you unconditionally, actually. So this is a huge part of why you're going to be feeling a bit better, a bit more comfortable in yourself at this time. Because you're getting yourself away from this person and these emotions and these things. And you're thinking about other things. You're putting your head toward other things and other people. So I'm not seeing much is changing in the physical world, or is going to change in the physical world at this time. But there's definitely going to be an emotional shift. And this is the most important change you can have. When you have an emotional shift, you have a shift inside yourself. That's when you can change things outside of yourself. You have to change things on the inside before you can change things on the outside. And once you do this, all sorts of possibilities and things can change. That's what I'm seeing there. So the next card you have in your future is, yes, the Seven of Cups. So this is a really, really tricky card. I really don't like this card. I'm feeling really uneasy around seeing this. Yes, this is a warning. This is this backwards and forwards energy again, and I'm seeing this again here in your future. It's a pattern that you've been through so many times before, and you'll go through this again in your future again. What happens is you become really strong, something makes you strong, and then your emotions make you weak again when you go back to this person, or it's, you go back in your heart, or all sorts of things going on. It's very, very confusing. It's very difficult, this backwards and forwards thing. And, if this resonates, just be very, very careful to let your emotions take over, not to let your emotions take over again. I'm sorry, don't let them take over again. Yes, they're clouding your reality. They can cloud your reality again. And I'm really sorry if this doesn't resonate, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this very specific situation and this very emotional situation, and your emotions are just taking over. The last card you have, your future, is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is great. This is showing me that you have some good opportunities ahead of you. But again, if this resonates, please, please try not to let your emotions take over, and try to get away from this person and this situation, even if it's only temporary, to make yourself feel better for a while, to give yourself a break, a rest, a holiday from this horrible situation where you're so emotional, just so that you can think clearly, you can let your instincts come through properly, because that's what's happening. You're not letting them come through because you let your emotions take over. That's what's been happening. I'm sorry, I know I'm repeating myself. That's what I keep on seeing.